Today we're about to get back into our Bible. Really thinking and talking to God this morning. I asked him, what do you want me to talk about? And pertaining to my content. He wanted me to touch on spiritual warfare and the dangers of it. And we don't realize how we can be attacked through different variations in situations. So one thing we have to be mindful of is our emotions and how us not having some form of self-control over our emotional and mental well-being can create a portal for us to be spiritually attacked. So the first one I want to talk about is anger. So I think I'm gonna title this video Demons Attack Us Through, and then every video is gonna be like a different emotion or something in that nature. So right here I got my Bible app, and these I'm looking up quotes in scripture about anger. And the first one I see is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. And it reads, this is the King James Version, by the way, I'm reading from. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And it's dangerous to go to sleep mad. It's very dangerous for the mind. Like, being angry is very stressful, a stressful state of being. And then emotionally, that's not somewhere you want to sit because it affects your heart, like how you interact with people, how you see the world, how you see other people, even people that you aren't angry with. It will start having a negative effect on those relationships and how you interact with people just because you are angry. And I noticed that as of lately, I get on Facebook and it's even people I'm connected with, or it's people like I'm associated with, and I know that it seems like every day they get on Facebook, they're angry. Every day they get online in general, they're angry. Most of their posts, they're angry. And it's a turnoff because the more you see somebody angry all day, every day, and they're rarely happy, and they always mad about something. It's always something that they mad about. And it starts to become like they just sit and think about things to be mad about. So you have to be careful of being idle-minded, like not doing anything productive with your mind, not doing anything productive with your emotions, not doing anything productive, especially with your body. Because then you're opening up yourself to be receptive to the opposite of being productive, right? So if you're not doing anything productive that will lead to your life being more fulfilled, you being more fulfilled emotionally and mentally, then guess what? You're going to open up yourself to the opposite emotions, the opposite physical effect that you want on your body and everything. So be cautious and be mindful about just being angry. Be cautious about dwelling on the past, dwelling on the pain of things and situations, because it's one thing to think things through and think about how you can evolve from that situation or even fix a situation with a person. But it's another to just sit there and be mad, 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 and hype yourself up to be mad about stuff. Because then eventually, and feel no way towards people who ain't did nothing to you. You know, so just be mindful about that. And another verse I want to read is from James chapter 1, verse 19, and it says, Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Because sometimes, have you ever like realized you popped off over something so like small, like tiny, like what? And then when you really reflect on it, you're like, I'm tripping. I am tripping. Like, for example, me and my fiance the other day, we were not on the same page about cooking time. I was starving, and he was like playing around with the kids and all this stuff, and I am starving. We agreed to cook this meal together, but he was not doing his part fast enough, and that led to us getting mad at each other. Like, I took initiative. He's like, no, you don't supposed to do it like that. I'm like, well, you weren't in here doing it. The water was boiling. I am ready to eat. Your girl is hungry, right? So that something so minute created a division in our relationship. And one of us had to decide to be the bigger person and not let something this small, and I mean, it was so small, create a raft and tension between us. And you have to think about the same thing, like when it comes to your everyday life, that you can't let little tiny situations create this much space between you and the people you truly love and care about or connected to. Because a lot of times it's not that big of a deal. A lot of times it's not even worth it at all. It may be even a misunderstanding between you and that person. So just be mindful about how quick you are to react to things and really just sit with it for a little minute. And before you even say anything, just sit with your thoughts for a little minute. Sit with the situation for a little minute. Sit with your thoughts for a little minute. And before you let your temper get out of control, ask yourself, is this even worth being mad about? Especially the older you are, and we have to grow in maturity. We just have to. It's like, to me, it's unacceptable to always operate at a low level within yourself the older you get. So, is this a mature response? You have to ask yourself, am I reacting in a mature manner? Am I acting in a fair way towards the situation or person? Is this even appropriate? My emotional response I want to have. Does it even match the situation? Does it? And do I even have to pop off about this? Because if you're somebody who is so quick to pop off all the time, you have no self-control over your emotions. Your emotions control you, not the other way around. And you have to literally have some form of self-awareness within yourself. Like, okay, I do feel mad. I don't want to feel mad. Therefore, I need to reevaluate how I am looking at the situation and not let my anger or my initial response control me in this situation. Because it is so easy to be that person who's always popping off, who's always crashing out. And that's the day and age we live in, especially here on social media. Somebody is always mad about something every day. And it's getting old. Like, it will make people not even want to talk to you and deal with you for real. Because why is you always mad? Why are you always upset? Why is it something like somebody always did something to you when it's clear nobody did nothing? If anything, you're self-sabotaging because you just sit there and ponder and conjure up this energy of anger and allowing demons to possess you and fuel that anger so you can spread that negativity everywhere. To the people you love, to the people you close with, to your friends, your family, you're just spreading so much demonic energy with being angry and spewing it at them and spitting it at them. And people don't even realize or think about how they are allowing a demon to possess them, take control of their body, take control of their mind, take control of their emotions, and attack everyone. To attack them first and foremost, then everyone around them. Now everybody under spiritual attack. Everybody's under demonic attack because you allowed yourself to be receptive to anger. So that is how demons attack you and the people you love, through anger. And this is something to be mindful of and watchful of, because if you are dealing with somebody who's always angry, you have to create a boundary between you and them. You have to pray for them first and foremost. Probably have a private conversation about it with them, about their emotional state of being, and not attack them, but just, hey, you just seem upset. What's going on? But at some point, a person has to be accountable and responsible for their own mental and emotional state of being. It's not your job to save people and fix people. You can give people advice. You can pray for people. But if you're not a professional psychologist and all this other stuff, and people got trauma that they need to work through, you can't do that for them. And you should not allow yourself to get sucked in. I hate to say it, to other people's sob story, but they have to work through that. And you can be a supportive person for them as they work through it. But you cannot be responsible and say, hey, I will take this burden on. Like, no. It's not your cross to bear, it's theirs. And we all got our own cross. We all got our own emotions that we have to carry and work through. And the best thing you can do is be supportive. Give a person advice if they need it, if they want it, on how it can get easier, or how, how they can carry it in a different manner. Work through it in a different manner from what they have been. Be an example. But don't take on other people's emotions. Because the next thing you know, you're going to be upset. You're going to be mad. And not know why. At all. You're not going to understand why. And the whole time it's because this person, demon says, they fighting. Now you're starting to fight them too, within yourself. So yeah, that is how demons attack you, through anger. So I don't know what the next video gonna be about yet. I'm gonna have to get everything on paper. I have to write it on paper, the order I want to go in, but definitely need to start with anger, because that's like the number one thing I feel like is having a negative effect on so many people. People are always angry. Everybody's always mad about something every day. And you have to realize, I can't keep allowing myself to walk around the world like this. God wouldn't want this for me. God wouldn't want this for nobody else connected to me. For me to be sitting here and mad all the time that I'm attacking them. I'm provoked. So keep that in mind, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.